Hey yo friends, welcome to today's video. My name is Slim Bratsky and today we are reviewing the Mortuary Assistant, the newly released indie horror game. It has been developed by Darkstone Digital, which is a pretty well-known indie horror game developer, and the game has some interesting stuff to offer, so stay tuned. Let's do this. To begin with guys, this game scared the living crap out of me, but so has many other horror games done before. However, there is something special about this game, and I'm about to share that with you. The game opens with a warning that the gameplay depicts actual reported paranormal experiences, and to contact a church or paranormal investigators if players notice abnormal events or a drastic change in behavior from themselves or others. So, I was already nervous going into the Mortuary Assistant, but the beginning message really helped that fear settle into my bones.
There we go.
So let's talk a little bit about the story. The Mortuary Assistant opens with a conversation between the main characters, Rebecca Owens talking with her grandmother about how she secured an internship at a mortuary. Her grandmother is rightfully worried about the paranormal happenings she'd heard about at the morgue, but Rebecca seems passionate about her career in embalming. Things seems alright with Rebecca's embalming skills until the end of her tutorial, in which case she is dismissed by her mentor. However, she later gets a call to come into work that very same night, and her mentor explains what is going on.
Hello?
Hey, Rebecca. It's Raymond.
Oh, hi, Mr. Delver. Look, if I did anything wrong today, just...
No. I wanted to apologize. You've done a fantastic job. I'm just not feeling too well.
Through some otherworldly power, Rebecca now has a demon attached to her and must learn its name to banish it. The banishment process is explained through cassette tapes, and players get to be both Mortuary Assistant and Supernatural Hunter, thanks to the tools left to help Rebecca stop the demon. It is a decent horror story. I don't feel like it's either super good, nor is it bad. The story really helps to set the tone in the game in a really scary manner, and it does have its twists and turns, but nothing really wowed me from my chair. But overall, it's an okay horror story. So how is the gameplay? Well, the layout and exploration of the morgue will keep you on your toes. The hallways connecting each of the rooms in the morgue really make it so that you feel like there's something lurking just beyond. Sometimes, if you look quick enough, you will see it too. Mechanically speaking, one of the coolest and most grossest things is the actual embalming of the bodies. Also, there is a bit of body diversity in the bodies that can be tended to with different skin tones and body types, which I think is pretty nice. There are a few different steps players must execute to properly embalm and store a body, complete with realistic incisions and gut-churning sound effects. Once the initial shock wears off though, it's pretty easy to follow the routine of embalming. What makes it difficult is the demon always messing with your head. One of the most appealing parts of the Mortuary Assistant is the attention to detail. Players must be observant of the minor scares as well as the major ones, in order to banish the correct demon. If not, the consequences can be disastrous. The scares during each shift in the morgue change, but none of them feel forced or cheap. It's a slow build that really did make me jump from my chair, especially during my first playthrough. Okay, no, guess I'm not going there. I take it back. I'm gonna go the other way. Do I have to remember that sigil? Whoa!
You should have died when you had the chance.
The gameplay for me felt really fresh and unique. For once, I have never been to a morgue before, and to do the whole embalming process while a demon is bugging me throughout the whole process, that was an experience. I wouldn't want to say it was a good experience because I was afraid the whole time, but the gameplay And the game mechanics, it did what it set out to do, and it did it really well. So let's talk a little bit about the graphics. The Mortuary Assistant was built using the Unity engine, which makes for impressive and terrifying visuals when it comes to be scared. However, the facial animations during conversations, they tended to look a little stiff or too fast compared to the words being spoken. That, however, didn't mess with the game experience too much, as conversations between people are minimal when working in the morgue, but it was a bit jarring to see the first time it happened. Other than that, the textures and lighting, they look really good. It's an all-around nice experience for the eye. So, some final thoughts, friends. Overall, a fantastic addition to the horror genre. If you're brave enough to work at the morgue, I highly suggest you give it a try. With that said, it is not the best horror game I have ever played. However, it is a very unique and a solid one at that. If you're still not convinced that you need to try this game, there is a free demo out for the game, which really gives you an idea of what the game is like. So if you're not willing to pay for it, give the demo a try at least, if you're brave enough. Friends, until next time, keep on staying awesome!